Hi and welcome. My name is Esther and I'm the Danish stitcher. Well, at least for a couple more hours. For about a year I've been not completely happy with my nickname Danish stitcher. When I picked it back in 2020, when I came back to stitching, it was a nice name. I was a Dane who liked to stitch. So back in 2020, I had absolutely no idea how this hobby was going to fill up my everyday life. And also, I had absolutely no idea on how much I would actually develop as a stitcher. Back then, I was just a Dane who liked to stitch. If I was mainly stitching typical Danish patterns today, like these, well, I would probably have kept the name Danish stitcher, but I hardly stitch any of these patterns, except for some of the Christmas ones. Otherwise, if you follow me, you know I stitch spooky stuff, nerdy stuff, pop culture, stuff like that. Subversive, that's my game. So I had been thinking for quite some time, and about 3 months ago I began in earnest to consider a new nickname. It wasn't that easy. I have described myself as a nerdy and moody stitcher. Nerdy stitcher is already taken, and besides, I do also stitch non-nerdy stuff, so I had to go back into my thinking box, or put on my thinking cap. And then I began thinking what adjective would describe me the best, the most fulfilling way of describing me as a stitcher. And it came to me like this: speed. Because I'm a fast stitcher. And I knew then that I had to incorporate something with speed into my new nickname. And then all of a sudden it was there. I love this new nick. I think it's so much me. Way more than Danish stitcher. So goodbye to Danish stitcher. In the next couple of hours and days, you will see that I start changing the stuff that I can change. Names on Instagram and YouTube and elsewhere. I did spend quite a lot of time trying to figure out whether this nick was available or not, and I haven't been able to find it in use already. Besides, when I made my email, I could make it without numbers added to the name, so I think it's okay. What else? Well, at the moment, I should have filmed a normal Flosstube today, but I haven't got the time. I have some schoolwork to do. But it was very important for me to get this video out today to tell you about my new nick, so that I can also start to change on my handle on Instagram and stuff like that. I don't know when I will have time to film the next Flosstube, but I promise you I'm going to film it as soon as I can. But since I do make Flosstubes in 2 languages, it takes the double time. And I can't see at the moment when I will have enough time to do it. But anyway, already now since my last Flosstube, I have been working on 25 different projects. So you might prepare yourself that it's probably going to be a longer video. Well, that was it. Until my next video, I wish you happy stitching.